DETS, I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channel message for February 2nd through to the 8th. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Well, I feel like there's going to be a judgment because right away they were like, this is the judgment. So the gavel comes down and it's like court is adjourned. And I feel like it's coming from the Supreme Court. I hear something about taxi, like there's going to be a taxi, or, you know, there's that word when people are taxied out, you know, with an airplane, taxied out of the country. Could have something to do with MADURA, I'm not sure, but close the book on that situation. I also hear something about a level playing field. We're going to see a more level playing field, and Democrats will be moving in a little stronger, and maybe even more Democrats being put in office. But I also hear we can't finance these people, and that's just how they're saying we can't finance these people. So I feel that there's going to be a restructuring within the Democratic Party as well. Not that that was the case, but there's a coming to the table to meet the other side in a way that, you know, says that they're listening to what maybe Republicans might want, those who have a Republican affiliation might want. The scene is changing, as they say. It's more so that they want to see things where people will participate to receive. In order to receive, you will do this work, or you will, you know, that you'll have to participate in order to receive whatever you're going to get. I do see more people clapping back and more people being dismissive of things that they don't believe or want to hear. Now, that's on either side. You know, if we don't listen to one another, we can't compromise. It's more so an intolerance, but not in a way that is just enough already. You know, like I don't want to hear it. It's like I'm going to go in my house, and when I come back out, maybe you won't be there. That kind of a feeling, all right? And I'm just hearing the weirdest thing is tricycling. I'm tricycling away. I do feel it has to do with cycles, and perhaps a 3 cycle, or because it comes in more as tricycling, almost like tricycling through things a little better. Try recycling through it and getting in, instead of just pushing things through, look at the cycle and how it works, like what's happened in the past during that cycle of life, or that season or that industry. So there's something to do with calibrating cycles. I do feel healthcare is involved in that in some way too. So, because that came right through. I'm also seeing a forest tree. It's huge. It's beautiful. Takes me to the redwoods really, and the strength and the sustenance, and in terms of it being able to sustain itself for so many years. Okay, I hear a stabilization is what they're saying. That's why they're showing me that, because they've been able to live for hundreds of years, but there's a stabilization within a tree, and that stabilization, we will be more like trees that are more solid instead of wacky, and that's the word they use too, wacky, which is so funny. And they're doing this with my hand for some reason. So what's going on here? This is a prayer somebody has, because for me, this is a prayer hand. And they said, oh, I need to speak to somebody. Please, can you get somebody in? I need somebody to speak to somebody. So there's somebody that's wanting to communicate, or to communicate with somebody on the other side, or vice versa. But it's like, okay, who's your leader here? Let me find who I need to communicate with, because I got to get some help here. So some of you are praying, and some of you are trying to communicate with specific people on the other side, or specific entities or energies. And but it's so funny. I just want to laugh every time I'm saying it. And it does. They're showing me stars, and the stars I'm seeing are the same stars I drew as a child and put clothes on and made them into my paper dolls. And so it's like I want to communicate with the star beings. And so, you know, just, you know, I want to communicate with the star beings. So there's a communication that you're wanting to have that's going to start coming in. So get ready, okay? Get ready, because I hear hot to trot. You're going to be real. They're going to keep you very busy. So be ready to be very, very busy. All right. I feel good about this, and I see I don't want to open my hand because this is a treasure and you got to keep it really close to you. You know, when there's something precious and a precious connection, we don't just put it out there for anybody to step all over. I just got a nice belly full of fresh air and felt good to like just release and let go. So there's going to be some of that coming in. And for some of you, I see you're getting ready to step up. Like, well, somebody's got to be the speaker. Somebody's got to do it. And it's not like a big step up. It's just you're taking one step up and going, well, okay, I guess I'm here and I've got to talk. I'm going to tell everybody what we need to know. And so you're facilitating, sharing something. But I feel like I hear you're a very good neighbor. And so it has to do with take time to be friendly. All right, Mr. Rogers as well. I feel that whoever's going to be doing this, that you're going to be happy doing it because you do have clarity when you speak and people do understand you well when you speak, and somebody needs to be the one to gather things to put it out there. I do feel more close-knit communities and neighborhoods coming together. People are collecting and getting closer to one another, and friends being brought in and being taught different talents and abilities and sharing, friendship with others. I also hear discover, and that came out really big, discover. So there will be a big discovery coming forward, and you're in a state of discover, where you're not trying to discover anything specific, but you're ready to discover, find out what's what, and learn, grow. Well, I just keep stepping up to do it. I keep trying. And so many of you are tenacious about doing your part, and it feels good, but they're just saying don't turn it into work. Other parts of the week I hear will be dissected. Like, let me really see what's going on here, here, and here. Like, what's going on with these different sectors, and really some blissful healing. A very gentle healing is coming in for many of you. All right, this one says, learning to love myself. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weakness into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light. I allow myself to shine. I'm just pulling one off the top of the stack here, okay? So there we go. Let's see what this one says. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Sharing. Twin flames. Angus. So remember what you like, you may see in another, or remember what you don't like about yourself, you may see in another. Reflection, all right? And you may meet somebody that feels like a twin flame, like, oh, we have so much in common, this is great. So with that, namaste, have a great week.